No yolk. We're excited about today's cooking school segment. If you haven't already guessed it, we're talking about eggs. Today, we're joined by one of the judges from Bravo's Top Chef who brings us some expert tips on making eggs.
Oh, this is riddled with
Welcome, Gail Simmons.
Hi, Gail. Well done, Mark. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thanks for being here. You know, Mark loves eggs.
I love this. What are we starting with?
We're starting with the soft boiled.
Okay.
I heard it was your favorite. So there's a lot of things about eggs. We have a lot of fun tips and tricks here. I think most people kind of do it wrong because they rush the egg. So I'm going to show you some stuff to keep it easy and to do it right.
Okay.
Soft boiled, one of my favorite childhood nostalgia way to make eggs. I love egg cups. Easy, easy. Big boiling pot of water. You want at least to cover the eggs by 2 inches.
Okay.
And you know what? The easiest thing to do, so you don't like drop it in boiling water or burn your fingers, put the cold egg in a slotted spoon and then lower it right in. And that way you're gentle. If you just dropped it from above, first of all, your hands are gonna burn and you'll crack and break the egg, right? So lower a few in there.
Okay.
And then as soon as they're lowered, you wanna set a timer for 5-6 minutes.
Okay.
I love this timer.
It's the greatest.
Cute.
It's not mine, I can't take credit for it, but if you look,
5 or 6 minutes.
that's it, perfect.
Okay,
That's
great.
gonna dig in the middle, we don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
When that's done, we're going to then take them out. But you can wait a minute for that. In the meantime, I love my soldiers. I love my toast soldiers.
Same.
And how I love them is spread with a little butter. I have some toast soldiers here, but I like to kind of zhuzh up my butter.
Let's
so
zhuzh.
Kelly, if you want to take a masher, or you can actually take a spoon,
Yeah, I'll take a spoon.
mix it up, And all compound butter is butter seasoned with different things. So I'm gonna first season it with a little salt.
Love
this
that.
is unsalted butter, so you can control your own salt. Some pepper, of course, a little base. And then I'm gonna add anything I want. I always pick like a citrus zest and an herb. So here's some basil.
Yum.
Just put it all in there.
Put it all
And then I
in.
have some orange zest, but you can use lemon, lime. It's just gonna give like delicious brightness to the butter. And then you can butter one of your toast points, and when Mark is finished, let's say he's finished with his eggs, which you would then carefully take out and run under water to cool them just gently for a few minutes, and then you're gonna, wait, don't go straight through.
Okay.
The easiest way to do it is you wanna go right around the edge, like this, so that you get a little hat,
Okay.
and then you can just go like this. It comes off and you have your like jammy, beautiful egg. You want to eat this piece.
I do want to eat that.
The most important thing always, by the way, I'm going to reach around you, Kelly, is season your egg too. So let me put a little tiny sprinkle of salt in there.
Mark
There you go.
likes
That's
his
for you.
soldiers well buttered.
Butter them up. Yeah. I agree. So butter them, and then you can dip them right into that jammy, delicious egg. That one's cooked sort of like a little more.
That one's,
They were waiting, but you can just cook them a little less. There, that's it.
The orange is good.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, it's really
there
good.
it is. Okay, so we've got soft-boiled eggs under control. Hard-boiled eggs. I start with cold water. Then I'm gonna, again, because
Lower them in.
lower them gently so that you don't.
This is how I do it, but your cooking time is different than my cooking time.
What do you do with cook time here?
So I bring it to a boil,
Yeah.
and I turn down the heat, I close it.
Yes, exactly.
And then I leave it for 14 minutes.
Oh. I mean, truthfully, if it's not at too rapid a boil, so what I do is I bring this to a boil, let it boil for 1 minute, then just like you said, close it, turn the heat off completely, remove it from the heat, and let it sit. I usually leave it 10 minutes, but the 10 to 14 won't make a huge difference as long as when you remove them, you put them right in an ice bath.
I never do the ice bath.
Well, this is the thing. Let me ask you, have you ever had that issue where
Yes.
you get the green?
Yes.
What were you gonna say?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I was going to say something else, but continue.
So if you ever see there's sometimes green, you guys ever seen that before?
And
there's that
you
green
think
layer.
there's something wrong with the egg.
Yeah.
Right.
Immediately, right.
It's not, nothing's wrong, you can totally eat it, but that is it's a chemical reaction between the sulfur and the iron compound in the egg. When you boil it too aggressively or for too long, and then you don't cool it down right away, that green film will appear. So have an ice bath. Lots of ice in cold water.
When you cook an egg and all of a sudden you can't peel it, it just rips the yolk.
Well, that happens too, but that's a different problem.
What is that problem?
So that issue, and we can try peeling them here. I have a couple.
Okay.
So take one here. The best way to peel an egg is to just crack it around, start at the bottom, sort of crack around. and then peel it. I'm just gonna peel it right into here. Now this one's peeling really easily, and you can see that there's this little like air pocket. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little air pocket in there. That's the perfect egg. And now I know it's gonna peel really easily. sometimes when you don't have that air pocket, it actually means that the egg is really fresh.
Yeah, too fresh.
And when it's fresh, it's really full and it fills the shell completely.
Yes.
But a week or two later, which is okay, eggs don't go bad in a week if you buy them fresh.
Right.
A week or two later, the egg white starts to pull away as it ages. It evaporates a little bit. It loses some of that water, and it evaporates, pulls away from the shell. And so slightly less fresh eggs are actually going to be way
So is that the problem? My
easier
eggs
to
are too-
peel.
Yeah, you use like
Your eggs
that.
are
Too
probably
fresh.
too
Yeah.
fresh.
Too fresh.
Same
For a
day.
hard-boiled egg.
Yeah,
but this
right.
peeled perfectly. Like, this is the perfect
Mine
egg.
peeled
Thank you, whoever bought these eggs.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
scrambled.
scrambled.
Okay.
Do you like scrambled eggs?
She makes beautiful scrambled eggs.
Ah, there you go. Scrambled eggs are an art. I think most people throw an egg in a pan, too high heat. There's lots of brown and crust. And if that's what you like. That's what you like. I'm not judgmental at all about your
Sounds a
eggs.
little judgy, yeah.
Okay, I'm a little judgy. I mean, it's what I do for a living,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Okay, so the first thing I think people's mistake is when they're cracking eggs is that they crack them the wrong way. So most people like to crack an egg, if you want to take one over here, against the corner.
Yep.
Don't do that. Do not do that.
Crack it on the countertop.
Crack it always on the countertop, on the flat surface. If you crack it on the corner, go right ahead, put it right in. If you crack it on the corner, you risk the shell moving up and into the egg, getting pieces of shell in your egg, and also breaking the yolk, which you don't want to necessarily do, depending on what you're doing. So you can do it that way. And so once you have
I always
them,
prefer a fork.
you can totally, and I agree with you sometimes. There are forks here if you want to use
That's
a fork.
okay,
That's a little whisk. The point is you want to get some air into them, break them up. And then I'm kind of going to make a bit of a decadent version. I'm going to add some cream.
Heavy cream.
It's going to be delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta add cream.
I'm not saying every day I add cream to my eggs, but when I do, I don't regret it.
I add
Can
cream
you use
to
other
his eggs
stuff
every
other
day.
than cream?
You can really use anything you want. I use a little bit of some sort of milk or thinning agent. If you don't want to use milk, you can use alternative milk. Just make sure it's unsweetened. Or a little water, like a splash of water, just to thin out the consistency.
That's what Dave Mullen uses. He uses water.
Yeah, and that works. It totally works.
So salt?
Season, always. A little pepper. And then I'm gonna start with my butter, which is over there, Mark. If
There
you
you
want
go.
to put the butter, excuse my reach.
Here?
Go for it.
Right in, if it's thick, there you go.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn this down a bit because the key is you actually don't want the eggs to be cooked on too high heat because eggs, especially now that you've added cream, are gonna burn really
Right.
easily.
All right, well,
So I
we're gonna take a
think-
break and we'll
there you
finish with
go.
the scrambled eggs during the commercial break. And when we return, we're gonna be frying some eggs as well.
Welcome back to today's Egg-Cellent Live Cooking School segment with top chefs Gail Simmons. As promised, we're about to be schooled on frying eggs. We're just finishing up the
You
scramble
made the most
here.
beautiful scrambled eggs. We added
you
some
so
Parmesan,
much.
we added
Ooh,
some
yeah.
chives.
I'll try that.
Yeah,
There he
you will.
goes.
I'm gonna just wait. Well, hold on. I'm gonna finish it, and I'm gonna grate just like a little
do.
more parm on top because I can. You know,
Yeah,
I'm the
because you
chef.
can and you shall.
There
Right,
you go.
great.
Gorgeous.
That's a delicious plate of eggs right
Okay,
there.
we were talking about the difference between fried over easy, sunny side up.
Right.
This is, we're gonna do, what is this?
So
fried?
fried eggs are both over easy or sunny side up. You either
it.
fry your eggs sunny side up, which means the yolk is facing up, or it's
You flip.
over, exactly, or it's over easy, over medium when you flip it over.
Got it.
I'm gonna start with just the sunny side up egg. And I have a little bit of butter. This is a very generous amount of butter, which
We
I
like
appreciate.
butter. We do like butter
So
here.
do I, so do I. I'm gonna grab this again. And I'm gonna get that cooking. You wanna always coat your pan, but look, you can also, you don't need to use butter. I happen to love that trifecta of salt, eggs, and butter.
Yes.
But if you wanna use olive oil or a neutral
olive oil. Yep.
avocado oil, that's fine too.
Crack the egg?
Yes, but again, on a flat surface, I'm gonna crack it exactly right
you
into
do it
this
into the
ramekin.
ramekin.
Now, when I'm rushing again and have to do it quickly, I don't necessarily.
Should I do two?
I would do one at a time.
One at a time, okay.
And then, you know, but this will just allow you to control the splatter and make sure they cook up really nicely.
See,
Should we
I
that
never
other
do.
one?
I never do that
Well,
step.
this is extra. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm being a little extra.
You're being extra today.
I'm being extra because this is like the best way to do it if you really want to get the most control.
When we see the chefs cracking it on the pan, what are they doing? And like spreading their hands?
Yeah,
What
I
is
mean,
that?
you can crack an egg with one hand. You want to be careful like that.
Yeah, wow.
But the chances of
Bloody
doing there you go. Truthfully, like I never really do that. That's like a chefy show-off move, and I would say 7 out of 10 times it gets messed up.
Right.
All right.
That was a lot. Okay, so these are gonna be sunny side up. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep you don't want it on too high heat again because it'll burn, but I'm gonna cover it for a second and that'll allow the steam to cook the top. And then when it's done, you can just remove it to a plate. Now, while these are cooking.
Are you impressed that
I
I do
am.
all, see,
I
I know I am only good at cooking eggs.
You
That's
cook the
only,
most beautiful scrambled eggs
the only
right
gift
there.
I have.
So, over easy, I mean, I think that's a lie, Kelly, but that's fine.
No, this is truly the only.
Cook in the kitchen, perhaps, in the kitchen. So this is gonna be the over, right?
Okay.
Over easy egg. So I have that butter.
I'm so bad at flipping an egg. It scares the crap
Flip,
out
it's
of me.
hard. Wait, we used all our eggs, I
Oh,
think.
no, wait, there's one here.
Oh, there is. Okay, perfect.
Do it.
Want to put it back in the ramekin, or we'll just do it.
Ramekin, here.
Yeah.
No, ramekin it.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Now, again, in the copious amounts of butter, which
Yes.
also looks beautiful and bubbly and sizzly, I'm gonna lower my egg. I'm gonna turn this up just a little bit. And now this, there, that's good. What I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna let it set for just a minute.
Okay.
In the meantime, we can show you this.
Oh, look at our gorgeous, look at these eggs, how
Here you
perfect
go. So
they
there's
are.
the sunny side up egg.
And what kind of spatula is this?
Okay, so this is my secret. If you're not gonna, people like to use these massive spatulas and then they have a really hard time picking up the egg. It's
Right.
gentle, you wanna be so careful with it. So I love a fish spatula, not just for fish. I'm a huge, huge cheerleader for the fish spatula in every kitchen. It's so good for many, many things, but it really allows you to get in, under, and be very gentle. Ooh,
Oh,
some of the
no.
white went away, but I didn't break the yolk, which is the key.
That's
So
the
try.
key, right.
Right there,
You're right.
and then you can lift it so gently.
Gorgeous.
And then season with a little pinch of salt. Go for that, exactly.
Give it a grind.
There you go.
Little pepper. He likes
right.
pepper on his
Yeah.
eggs. Are you going to eat these too?
I'm gonna look at them.
Keep it up.
Okay.
Good protein,
All right.
good protein.
Are we set over
All
here?
right, so here,
Okay.
we're set, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So the white now is pretty set, and I'm again gonna use
I'm
my
gonna
really
watch you do
thin
this.
spatula. You wanna just kind of like push, get under it. If I tip it a bit,
Okay.
I can do it.
There you go.
There we go.
Nice. And what do you do with the butter there?
Yes. So my last trick is we have all this beautiful butter.
Yes.
I'm gonna just tip this is the chefy trick, I'm gonna tip my pan and get some of that butter on a teaspoon or a tablespoon and just baste it over the egg. You don't wanna waste a drop.
Oh my gosh.
And there you have it. And then when it's done,
Gorgeous.
All right. Thank you, Gail. Thank you so much.
Extra
The
special.
21st season of Top Chef debuted last night on Bravo. New episodes air on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Next, Walk Off the Moon performs. Stick around.